What's going on, guys? Happy Tuesday. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I just pulled up to what I believe will be my only signing appointment of the day, scheduled for 1:30. It is about 1:10. Got here a little early, about 45 minutes away from home. Not ideal in terms of traveling this far, but it was an opportunity, so I took it. There's actually already snow on the ground up this way in New Jersey. This part of North Jersey. I live in North Jersey, but not this north. Where I live, there's actually no snow on the ground, but there's some on the ground here. We're actually expecting, they say 9-10 inches, maybe even a foot, Wednesday evening into Thursday. So, I'm kind of preparing for that. I actually have 2 signings tomorrow, one in the morning and then one at 5. That's actually, they say rush hour is when the snow is supposed to start tomorrow. I'm hoping that it doesn't start until my signing is over with, and then nothing scheduled for Thursday or Friday. I will probably keep it like that just because of the snow and kind of the weather that they're expecting. I don't want to take a signing and then not actually be able to do it. But I do still see requests coming in, and in fact, there's a couple that I probably could take for Thursday that no one is accepting apparently, because everyone's probably thinking the same thing I am. So it just goes to show that these kinds of situations, when you get into the winter, you have to be prepared for. So I even saw someone say, keep a shovel in your car, keep some, kitty litter or ice melt in your car, for, if you get into a situation where you're in a signing and it starts to snow, or you need to do a little shoveling or whatever. You just never know. You always want to be prepared. And, regardless of the weather, you always want to, make it to all your appointments early, if at all possible. So especially if you're traveling far, you want to leave with enough time to make it there, at least I would say 10 or 15 minutes ahead of time, before the appointment is supposed to start. So that's just always a good rule of thumb. But yeah, so this one was scheduled for 1:30. I actually didn't get the documents until about 11. This is my first signing for this particular title company. They went through a signing service, but this is my first signing with them. I've done signings for the actual lender before, but the first with this title company. I actually had one scheduled with this title company last week, and I told them to reassign it because they didn't get docs to me, and my schedule just changed, and I said, hey, you guys got to reassign this because I don't have docs and I won't have the documents, in time enough to print them and make it to this appointment. And again, today with this particular signing that I did accept with them, I got the documents 2 hours before time. So I don't know, I don't know if it's the lender or if it's the title company or what it is. They said they were waiting on the lender. Could have been an issue with the borrower, who knows? But just shows that you have to be flexible, because you just never know. Fortunately, I had a couple meetings this morning at home, and I was not out at another signing when the docs came in, so when they arrived, I could just print them and prep the package, and then head this way. I'm gonna wait probably another 10 minutes or so, to kind of, before I call them or before I knock on their door. Should be a pretty straightforward package. I think it's like 120 pages. So hopefully it should be straightforward. And yeah, that's about it. If I have another update after this, I'll keep you guys posted. Hey, what's up, guys? Wanted to give you a quick update on my day. You probably hear my printer going in the background because it's printing documents. I actually had the 1:30, like I mentioned to you earlier. Came back from that, went to FedEx, scanned my docs, and printed IDs, uploaded the scan backs, and then dropped that package and started to head home. And on my way home, I literally got a call from a title company to do a signing this evening. So a direct signing, which is great. So obviously I took it because it was a direct signing. I didn't want to say no because, you know, it's direct business, and obviously that could open more doors. And literally not even 5 minutes after I got off that call, I got another call for another signing from another title company. But I had to say no, unfortunately, because of the time that the first signing I accepted, you know, was for 6:30, and at this point it's like 4 o'clock. I still have to go home, you know, print the docs for the 6:30. I had to say no to the second signing from the second title company because I just, you know, I didn't want to take a chance, you know, with, you know, trying to print docs for my 6:30, and then trying to coordinate a time for the second, you know, direct signing. I didn't want to, you know, like I said, I didn't want to take a chance. Some other people might have done something different, but I didn't want to, you know, risk having, you know, rushing one of my signings, or, you know, being late to the other signing, or trying to get it scheduled super late, you know, with the borrowers, because, you know, I was trying to take on too much. I had already not planned to do any additional signings. So the first direct one that I got for 6:30 was obviously a bonus. So I'm excited about that. But look, I got a call from the second company, and though I had to say no, it opens the door for me to reach back out to them and say, hey, I couldn't take this signing because I had already accepted something, but, you know, would love to do something for you guys, you know, if you have anything coming up. So I think that was, to me, the best decision to make, to not take the second signing and try to, you know, squeeze it all in tonight. I just didn't want to do that. Other people, like I said, might have done something different, but I thought that was the wisest decision for me. Look, there's an abundance of opportunities out here, an abundance of signings out here. So this is obviously not going to be the last. But anyways, just kind of wanted to give you that quick update. I'm printing docs for my 6:30, and gonna head there. All right, y'all. So I'm back in my office, and I just wanted to wrap up this day in the life and kind of give you the rest of the story. So I'm home now. That signing was supposed to happen at 6:30. I went to that signing, sat down with the signers, started signing, only to find out that several of the critical documents from the lender, like the closing disclosure, the mortgage, the note, and a bunch of other documents, had an incorrect address. Not like blatantly incorrect, but like incorrect, like instead of an S in a certain part of the street name, there was or actually instead of an E, there was an S. So probably a fat finger error that the lender made, called the title company, and they were going to try to call the lender. By this point, it's almost 7 o'clock, and obviously the lender's probably not there. So there's pretty much no way for documents to get corrected, resent, printed, you know, all of that tonight. So we had to halt the signing, and we're just gonna reschedule it. And, you know, it just goes to show you that, you know, I will say that before I left, actually before I even printed the documents, you know, I normally look through, look at the mortgage, look at the note, look at the closing disclosure to make sure the address is correct. I should have done that before I printed the documents and went all the way to the signing location. Now, with that being said, obviously the lender got it wrong, and also title didn't find or correct the mistake as well, or they didn't catch it. So, you know, one of the most important things about this business is, you know, attention to detail. That's one of the most important things. You'll save yourself time and money, and you'll also stand out at the end of the day. You know, when people see that you're attentive to detail and that you catch things like that. Because if I had caught that, you know, before I even left for the appointment and reached out to title and said, hey, this is wrong, then I think that would have like left a good impression with them. Now, I think not that I'm tarnished in any way with them right now, you know, as far as reputation, because they say we're going to call you back once the documents get fixed, so that, you know, we can, you know, you could do the signing, and, you know, we'll make sure you're taken care of, is what they told me. So, you know, these lenders are completely inundated and you know, really being flooded with doing refinances and, you know, purchases. I sell real estate, so I know how crazy the market is right now for purchases. But, you know, obviously they're very busy for refinances. And so these kinds of errors happen. And the funny thing about this particular one is that the borrowers already have their mortgage with the same company. They were just refinancing it into a better rate with the same company, and the lender still got it wrong. So it just goes to show you, you know, that you know, these kind of mistakes, you know, are made. But as a notary, as a loan signing agent, it's very important to have, you know, the skill of being attentive to detail. And even, you know, when the circumstances are that, you know, you're kind of under pressure, or you're rushed, or you're going from appointment to appointment, or, you know, signing to printing to signing, you know, you have to make sure you develop a process and a cadence for how you go about, you know, reviewing docs, you know, printing docs, and you know, go about taking an assignment. You'll save yourself a lot of money, time, energy, all of that. So hope that was you know, I hope the lesson I learned was helpful to you, and that, you know, should you encounter that situation or similar situation, you'll remember, you know, the mistake I made. I wouldn't even call it, well, yeah, you'll remember this video, you'll remember the mistake I made, and say, hey, Victor told me to make sure I check those documents before I print them out. So at any rate, I hope you guys enjoyed today's day in the life. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.